Wow, y'all just don't get it. I don't argue. I don't bother to argue with, I say left wingers, uh, because, see, I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I'm independent. I'm an independent thinker. I don't bother to argue with left wingers. I know who left wingers are by what they believe in, by the lies they propagate, um, the lies that they hear on the media, and the way they come at me on Facebook when I post something that someone else posted. They call me the liar. They call me ignorant, ill-informed, stupid. But I do my research. I don't trust anything I hear on that corrupt Nazi-controlled media. And the reason I know they Nazi-controlled is because I do my research. Now, if you want to come at me and ramble on and on and on about what you think is the truth, it doesn't matter to me. It don't bother me, because I used to be in your shoes. What woke my ass up is when I decided to investigate my feelings. When I found out I was hating on Trump, didn't know the man, didn't know anything about Trump. But I was hating on him because my church, now I know how fake churches are. Um, my church was hating on Trump. Oh, they would show uh, on the back screen on the stage, they show Trump in a negative light. They had us hating on Trump. Shit, unconditional love, that's non-existent there. They wouldn't let me sing because I supported Trump. That's what the truth of the matter was. But yeah, I do my research. Let me just give y'all a few tips. Go to realrawnews.com. Just Google Real Raw News. And when you get to that Real Raw News, click on any of them subjects. Gitmo, uh, USA, politics, uh, anything. But I suggest Gitmo. Start with Gitmo, because you will find out who's been arrested, who's been tried by a military tribunal, who has been executed. And then you'll discover all these clones and actors wearing masks that are deceiving the public. Liz Cheney's gone. That's an actor that's representing her. The Clintons are gone. Those are actors representing them. Klaus, whatever his name is, the head of the Economic Forum, World Economic Forum, his ass is gone. He'd been executed. So if you see anybody that look like his ugly ass, that's a clone or an actor. Biden's gone. He and Hunter, they were executed before the fake election in 2020. They gone. Treason, crimes against humanity, trafficking children, having sex with children. Yeah, the Bidens. Yeah. So y'all can come ramble on and on and on Facebook or in my inbox. It don't matter to me. I know what's up. I did my research. When I found out, oh man, I was hating on Trump for no apparent reason other than the people around me were. See, I started doing that research in 2016. And yeah, so go to realrawnews.com. No, you don't even go to the .com, just Real Raw News. And then you can click on one of them subjects in that menu there, and it'll take you to realrawnews.com. You can go to beforeitsnews.com. You can go to Restore Republic. You can go to, man, I'm going to have to write down some of these resources that I go to. Restored Republic, the X22 report, Truth Social. Start there. You go to Truth Social. You don't have a Truth Social account? Sign up. You hear what's going on straight from the horse's mouth. The chief in command. That's Donald Trump. Situation update. That's another resource. You can start out also by opening up an account on telegram.org. There's all kinds of truth being publicized on there. I'm like I said, I don't bother to argue with these left wingers or people that come at me with, oh, I'm sorry that that you voted for the wrong person, and I'm sorry that most of his supporters are disappointed with him. That's the media telling them lies, and like the polls, like they had Trump losing big time. Oh, everybody's gonna be voting for Kamala. Kamala, even she gone and represented by clones and actors, and people can't see that shit. If you don't do your research, don't come at me, because you don't know. You don't know what's going on. You don't know that the Federal Reserve is gone. You don't know that the IRS is gone. You don't know anything. You don't know because you just trust the mainstream news. You don't know that Tom Hanks is gone. His ass been executed. They got a man looking like him, deceiving the public. You don't know because you don't research. You just depend on the news that you hear on the TV. Tell a vision. That's what the TV is all about. Telling you a vision. Tell a vision, and you accept it because you're in the matrix. You accept that bullshit. You believe that Trump has been convicted of 34 felonies? All made up shit. But you believe it because the TV told you that. That TV programs your mind. That's what the channels is all about. The programs. It's to program your mind. You got to unplug yourself from that TV. Because all the news that y'all come pushing at me when you tell me, oh, prove that you're right. Prove it. Put a link on the show that you write, Miss Stupid, Miss Liar. I ain't got to prove myself to y'all. I give you links, but you don't believe them. You just go right back, oh, no, that's fake. No, what you got, what you listening to, that's fake. That's fake news. And it's going down. The View, all the motherfuckers. They distort the truth. They there to feed you some propaganda and some lies. Why do you think Trump's life has been attempted? I mean, so many assassination attempts has been on his life and his family. Think of everybody that's been assassinated. They were assassinated for the truth because they're trying to wake people up, enlighten people. Trump's getting rid of all, he's exposing the corruption. And that's what y'all refuse to see. He is exposing the corruption. Trump is the trumpet. He's exposing the corruption. And all these folks is crying the loudest. They've been getting funds. They've been funded to keep them lies going. That Jasmine Crockett, I want to call her a bitch, but ain't no good. Ain't no good. Just listen to her talk. Just ramble on. Ain't no good. No, she trying to save her income. And that little Alexandra Cortez, the one that got the teeth like a horse, no good. No good. A bartender, now she's making millions of dollars. Where'd she get all the millions? And then you got all these actors. Beyonce's gone. Jay-Z's gone. Diddy's gone. They've all been executed. You got folks faking that they these people. Beyonce going into country western music. That ain't Beyonce. That's not Beyonce. Jay-Z with all the nasty looking dreads. That's not Jay-Z. Y'all ain't doing no research. You don't know what's going on because you believe everything that television tells you. It's a bunch of distractions. And you're still paying your taxes? IRS? I found out how phony that was when they took $10,000 of my money, garnished my check, and I didn't even owe them that money. Claimed I made $63,000 working with Joe Nelson Production. Shit, I didn't even make $2,000 working with him. That was all fake. And they took that money out of my checks at Trader Joe's. And there was nothing I could do about it. I tried. It's a mistake. No. They took my money. They took my money. Fake. That's a fake corporation. Just as fake as the Incorporated United States. We didn't win World War II. Them Nazis came over here and controlled our government. You got to do your research. You don't know what's going on. Don't talk to me about the stock market. That's bullshit too. What do you know about the stock market? You ain't got no money. You just talking about what you've heard. A lot of people don't even know what the pyramids were all about. You don't even know what these little steeple-like things on these old buildings were for. That was for generating electricity, free electricity. We got pyramids here in the United States. The Grand Canyon. They got all kind of Egyptian shit down there. Now, blacks were here before the whites. You don't know nothing about that. All you know is what the fake history has taught you. Indians. Oh, that's Indians. Now, those were black folks. Black folks. Yeah. You don't even know that Jesus was black. I went to Europe. All the stained glass windows in the churches that are centuries old. They got Jesus and Mary, they black. That's when I found out that they lying about Jesus. Got them looking like some Switzerland child molester with blue eyes and blonde flowing hair. That's not what Jesus looked like. Jesus darker than I am. No, they don't want us to know about that. Yeah, you got to do your research. Don't come at me with no bullshit. Because I done my research. Because my research is all about trying to prove me wrong. What I've been believing, what I've been taught. So, do your research. Don't come shitting on my page with some bullshit. Because I done my research. Y'all don't do no research. You don't want to know the truth. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. You just believe what your friends around you believe and like I say, what that TV tell you. That's on them even the weather. They fuck with the weather. You don't even look up in the sky to see them chemtrails. But that's being dealt with. Trump's dealing with that. You know, many of us been reporting these chemtrails to the right source. And they dealing with that shit. That's depopulation. COVID. You think COVID is a disease. COVID means Certificate of Vaccination ID. Ain't no COVID. People were sick with the flu. Respiratory problems. The flu went out the window. Just go check the statistics during the time what people died of COVID. Nobody died of the flu. Nobody died of pneumonia. It was all COVID. Them doctors were paid. Some were paid $35,000 per patient. They were put on the respirators. They drowned in their own mucus because of the respirator. The elderly went into the hospitals. They wouldn't let your relatives come in to visit you, even in the rest homes. That was all bullshit. They had us standing 6 feet apart because they know that we are beings of electricity, water, electricity. They didn't want us to stand. They wanted us to stand 6 feet apart. What a farce that was. Wearing masks. You got some people still wearing a goddamn mask. They don't want you to know what God's name is. Yahuwah. They replaced his name in the Bible with Lord and God. So you can't call upon the name of God. Jesus, that's not his name. There was no J's in the Arabic language, the Hebrew language. Oh, Jesus is Yeshua. And Yahushua. You know, Jesus. They did that to fuck us. Took their names out of the Bible. Yeah, get you one of them Bibles from the 1500s. Before the 1500s even. And you'll see where the names are. They took Bibles, they took the book of Jesus out of the Bible. The book of Mary, they took that out of the Bible. They don't want you to know what Jesus was like before he turned water to wine. They don't want you to know that that wasn't his first miracle. They don't want you to know that as a little boy, Jesus created birds that could fly out of mud. They don't want you to know that the blanket he was wrapped in, if people touched it when he was a baby, they were immediately healed. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know what Jesus did to get revenge on those who tried to harm him. They don't want you to know that at the age of 12, he was more intelligent than his teachers. They don't want you to know that he had a girlfriend named Mary. They don't want you to know that shit. Yeah. Do your research. Don't come at me with no bullshit. Because I've done my research. Just wake the hell up. Quit depending on that TV for your news. Those folks are paid to read a script. They're paid to mind fuck you. They're paid to tell you that the weather conditions are normal. That's normality. No, that's not normal. Those are weapons of destruction being used. All those hurricanes and tornadoes and those are land grabs. They're grabbing land to make into smart cities. And they don't want us to be free. You know, I can go on and on and on because I've learned so much. And it's just, it's laughable. And people come trying to tell me, oh, I know someone whose daddy was a slave owner. And he's albino. He got pink eyes. Yeah, just leave me alone with that bullshit. You know, and as far as the slave ships, why don't we have a slave ship that we can look at in a museum? Where everybody was laying, you know, in these ships like sardines. Do you think Africans were really that stupid that they would just let somebody capture them by the millions, bringing them over here to America? No, we was already here. We was already here. We're the ones they were calling the Indians. Do the research. You'll find out. They don't want you to know that it was black. It was a black man that created the cotton gin. Black man created the washing machine, the elevator, the light bulb. Do your fucking research. Don't come at me with no bullshit unless you've done some research. You don't know. You don't know a goddamn thing. Because your mind has been corrupted. You've been indoctrinated. Don't come at me with no the world, the earth is spinning around the sun. God created the sun to light for the light of for the earth. There's a firmament over this earth. They ain't no outer space. You can't you can't go beyond the firmament. If you see any weird shit, it might be coming from Antarctica. They don't even want us over there to see what's going on. There's pyramids over there. There's a lot of shit's coming to light. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they don't want us over there in Antarctica. They don't want us to know about that ice wall that surrounds the few continents that they want you to know about. They don't want you to know that there's continents beyond that ice wall, and then there's another ice wall. God created a planet that is stationary. It don't move. It don't move. Read your Bible. We ain't spinning around. We weren't taught that shit until 1958? When the Nazis took over the education system? How the hell you gonna know about some planet called Pluto? Shit, what the fuck? And we all circling around the sun. And then, so if what's the moon doing? Is it circling around the earth as the circles around the sun? Huh? Oh, Lordy. Y'all got to do your research. You just believe anything. See, our education system, our medical system, it's all designed to just mind fuck us. They try to destroy all the books that before 1958 that told us how to heal ourselves. They got us wearing all these thick sole shoes so we can't connect to the ground, and they don't want you to know that there's energy you can get from trees. They don't want you to. As a matter of fact, they're trying to destroy the trees. It done messed up our water with this fluoride, and Lord knows what else is in there. Well, Lord knows. Yeah, many of us know what else is in the water. And yeah, and then we drinking this water from these plastic bottles, and we drinking plastic. It's all about the population. These Nazis, they don't like America. They don't like America. They're trying to destroy us. And Fauci, whatever his name is, that guy that created the drug that killed people that were taking it because they thought it was going to cure them of AIDS. All that was bullshit. That man he's gone too. So you see a man that looks like him, that's not him. He's been executed. They don't want you to know that Trump and the white hat military, because he's a chief in command. The military is what's getting rid of these folks. They don't want you to know that. And these wars. Putin went over there to destroy those labs that were designed to destroy us. That's what he went over there for originally, to destroy them labs, the cloning labs, and these labs that are creating uh, beings by uh, uh, animals and humans having sex, but they're creating creatures. They've created creatures in all these underground tunnels. They being destroyed. You know, there's enough money, enough gold that was found in the tunnel from the Vatican to Jerusalem. Uh, the Pope, he gone. He been gone. He was gone shortly after Trump paid him a visit about 7 years ago. Told him to put his red shoes on because he has some incriminating evidence against him. All them kids he murdered. Yeah, the Red Shoe Society. Y'all don't know about the red shoes, I guess. Those shoes were made from the skin of tortured and murdered children. Those red shoes that they wear. And they wear them proudly. And as far as these celebrities, they've been blackmailed. These politicians, they've been blackmailed. Epstein ain't dead. He's been helping Trump discover these tunnels and all the yeah for his life. That's what he had to do. That's when Trump said, "We got it all. We got it all. We caught them all. Caught the Pope. Caught Queen Elizabeth. She died long before they was announcing her death. All these fake funerals. Yeah, that wasn't the Pope. Just go back and look at pictures of him. Pope Francis and that other one before him. Yeah, child sex trafficking. And yeah, these motherfuckers, they gone. The swamp is being drained and has mostly been drained. The Rothschilds, they gone. Ellen DeGeneres was a Rothschild. Ellen DeGeneres was a man. Do your research. You find out when she got arrested. Her and Portia got arrested because they were planning an assassination on Trump. Treason. Child sex trafficking. They've all been to that Epstein Island. Yeah, what they do, they blackmail these folks. In order to make millions, they got to sell their soul. And most of them got to sacrifice a family member. Kanye West had to sacrifice his mother to get to where he is. And had to have sex with men. Yeah, they most of these folks, they've had to sacrifice to kill a child in order to continue to make millions. Got to sacrifice the life of a child. That's how they blackmail them. And they got to do what they told to do. Yeah. Do your research. Don't come at me with no bullshit. You got to want to learn. You got to want to know that you were indoctrinated. You got to want to know the truth. You can't just listen to what the TV is telling you. It's not designed to tell you the truth. It's designed to destroy your mind. It's Nazi control. We did not win World War II. We did not win that war. And Hitler, he didn't die in the war. He moved to Argentina and had more kids. With the prime minister of Germany, what's that woman's name? Merkel. I can't remember her name right now. At 70. Remembering names is like, it's a challenge. But that's Obama's auntie or cousin. I think it's his auntie. But that's Hitler's child. And Obama, his mother is Hitler's child. Obama's mother, and Obama is Hitler's grandson. He was installed. A lot of us black folks think we voted him in. No, that motherfucker was installed. He wasn't even born in the United States. He was born in Kenya. And if you do some serious research, you will hear him tell a group of people that he was born in Kenya and was bragging about anybody could be the president of the United States. Yeah. Do your research. You'll find out a lot. So that's why I say I don't argue with left-wingers, because it's basically left-wingers that want to call me ignorant and stupid, ill-informed, but yeah, you got to do your research. Go to telegram.org. There's a lot of truth on rumble.com. People want to get mad at Elon Musk, and for a little while there, they was destroying property of people that were Teslas. They destroying their car, scratching their cars, and when some went to dealerships and burned up cars, set them on fire, not knowing that some of these dealerships are left-wingers. Many of these car owners that own these Teslas, they left-wingers. Left-wingers destroying the property of left-wingers. It's a trip, what they got us doing to each other. Yeah. And they're going to eventually try and make us think that there's going to be an alien invasion. But nah, no alien invasion. Yeah. Just do your research. Leave me the hell alone. Yeah, I let people go because they ignorant. They don't know what's going on. And then they want to think I'm stupid. Or I'm racist. I'm black, but they want to say I'm racist. And as far as that black thing go, why are they calling people of my color black? Why you don't call Chinese yellow or red? That's in order to keep us not docile, but inferior. See, I graduated at the top of my class, but yet I was indoctrinated. I was one of the top 10 that graduated on the honor roll at the high school I went to in Seattle. I went to a white school. I was bussed out to the white school by choice because I wanted to get the education that they was getting. I still talk blackish, as they say, ghettoish. But I wanted the education that they were getting. And I did well. I thrived. I was mostly, my classes, I was the only black or person of color. But they got us calling ourselves black Americans. No, we Americans. You don't hear them calling. You hardly ever hear. Oh, I'm from Germany, so I'm a German American, or I'm a Swedish American, or I'm a Swiss American, black American. Give me a break. Do your research. Do your research. Blacks have contributed a lot. Yeah, I'm still saying black, but Native Americans uh, have contributed a lot to this country. We've invented a lot of stuff. And like I said, I could go on and on and on. Because I spend most of my time researching. When I'm home, I'm not at work. Even if I'm at work on my lunch break, I'm sitting in my car on the cell phone researching. There's all kind of internet sites. And the internet is what got a lot of these criminals in trouble. Because they thought that by deleting certain things, that they would everything would be gone. But no, there's people like Elon Musk that go right into that computer world and find out all that information they thought they deleted or thought they would never come to light. But yeah, just like the average person, all they shit's there online. Yeah. So don't come at me with no bullshit. Because I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, don't come in. Oh, I thought you was sweet. I thought I was communicating with the sweet gospel singing Emma Jean. Yeah, that's that child has moved on. I'm still sweet. I'm not so innocent anymore. I'm not dumb as I was. I'm a 70-year-old woman who done been enlightened because I wanted to be enlightened. I want to know the truth. And any question come to mind, I don't depend on that TV to tell me the truth. I know what's up with that already. I know what America was like before 1958. We were taught that the earth was flat. And after 1958, we're taught that it's spinning around the sun. God, Yahuwah, created this earth on a solid foundation and created the firmament above the earth to enclose the earth and separate it from the waters. Now I'm beginning to wonder if when we had that great flood in Noah's day with rain 40 days and 40 nights, I wonder if God or Yahuwah created a little hole in the firmament so that all that water could rush in on the earth to destroy the giants, all that evilness that was going on. We had giants. The Smithsonian, they hiding that. They don't want us to know about the bones of the giants that inhabited the earth. but their bones is being, no, they rather tell us that there's some dinosaurs. That bullshit. Dinosaurs. But they want to hide the fact that there were giants on the earth. I'm talking about real giants. Their bones have been uncovered. And yeah, you tell the Smithsonian about that shit, it's hidden. They don't want you to know about that. They don't want you to know about the book of Enoch. That was a biblical book. Tells you a whole lot. Talks about the giants. They don't want you to know about that because they want you to be dumb. They're poisoning our food and our water. Yeah. See, we've been going through World War III for the longest. Yeah. We've been paying other countries to sell our stuff to them. Yeah. Now they got to pay us to sell their stuff to us. Yeah, it's going to be a little problem because we so used to buying everything from China. Shoes, electronics, medicine, everything from China, dishes. Yeah, we've been screwed over by them. And now they got to pay in order to sell us that shit. Or we're going to have to start making that shit ourselves again. That's what it's all about. Being self-sufficient, self-reliant. Bring our manufacturing back here so we can make money instead of us paying taxes to these people that the IRS and these people that sending our money to other countries for some bullshit. And the countries ain't really keeping that money. That money is being laundered right back to the pockets of these politicians who have sworn under oath that they gonna do what they told to do. Yeah, many of them have sacrificed a child in order to get where they are. They blackmailed. That's why they fight so hard to keep their millions coming in. You'll find out. Just do your research. I'm done for now.